to our top story now, and that's this landmark social media addiction trial taking place in Los Angeles. We can get back to John Hendren now, who's outside the court in LA, where he joins us live. So we were talking before, John, about this being not a congressional hearing, but a jury trial, meaning the stakes are much higher.
That's right. Mark Zuckerberg is under oath, and the penalties for what he has to say could be significant. We're talking about a case that could involve billions of people. There are thousands of cases going on right now, and it could change the policies not just for Facebook and Instagram, which are owned by Meta, but also for social media in general. And that's what a lot of the parents here would like to see, a change in policies so children don't go through the kinds of things that many of them have been going through. And I have a mother here who can talk about that directly. This is Amy Neville, and she's got a picture of her son, Alexander. And you're not party to this particular case, but you are one of the many parents who are involved in these cases. Just tell us, first of all, what was your son's experience?
So, long story short, my son was able to be synced up with a dealer on Snapchat.
And he was given some drugs.
He was able to, this drug dealer provided him with what he thought was oxycodone, and it turned out to be illicit fentanyl, and Alexander died in June of 2020.
I mean, such a tragic event. And what's more tragic is that as you've been here, you've met many other parents who've gone through this, and this is happening in different lawsuits all across the country. I mean, what does that say?
It says that we have a problem and that these companies literally have blood on their hands. They have known about these design flaw issues since the very beginning. In fact, they made these choices in their product design that ultimately put bad people in touch with our kids. And they've known it for a long time, and they need to answer for that, and they need to ultimately make their product safe by design.
And that's an important distinction, right? I mean, because these companies aren't being sued for what third parties put on their platforms. There's a U.S. law that says you can't do that. What they're being sued for is selling a defective product, much like what happened when the tobacco suits went forward, that they're deliberately addicting people, that these algorithms are actually harming children, right?
Yeah, absolutely. They make design choices like the Snap Streak, which it gets your kid to come back every single day. They get a notification, gets them to come back every single day, providing them dopamine hits to where their brain is now becoming reliant on those types of features to give them their dopamine.
And what have you learned? I mean, all of us parents know how hard it is to keep their kids off social media, and we all think we're doing a good job. But what have you learned from talking to all these other parents who've had similar experiences?
You know, talking to parents and talking to kiddos who are on social media right now, we know that it's, at first, it's fun and exciting, but over time it does become debilitating. They have this need, this compulsion to have their phone, and that compulsion is addiction, and we need to be able to help them with that. And these companies need to have a part in that.
Well, Amy Neville, thank you so much for talking to Al Jazeera and for telling us about your son. We're so grateful for you being here, and I hope that you have a good experience through all this these legal cases going through the U.S. So thank you.
Thank you.
As all of this is happening, we're coming up on lunchtime in this hearing behind me. Mark Zuckerberg has been there all day. He was mobbed on his way in. And as he walked in, one of the mothers told me that she saw someone hand him an envelope, apparently a subpoena, and say, Mark Zuckerberg, you've been served. We can't verify that independently, but that's what we were told. As we speak, meanwhile, they are setting up a press conference near us. This is not something that has been announced as far as we can tell, but what we're hoping for is that when they break from that hearing, from that legal case, that someone will come out here and tell us what has been happening, because there are not cameras in the courtroom, and so we need updates from time to time.
John Hendren, thank you so much. There's John Hendren outside of the courtroom in Los Angeles.
Don't miss out. Get the full picture. Subscribe to Al Jazeera for reliable news and expert insights. Like, share, stay ahead.